Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bridgewater's Vikings going up against Rodgers' Packers.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, here's the run with Cook. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Bridgewater. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Give. This is Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Bridgewater now on second down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Rodgers to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Rodgers to throw on second down. That's complete to John Ross. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 10 more there and another first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, oh, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Adrian Peterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going. On
2nd down, Cook. And a Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because
back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Let's go. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. First down, Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Des Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25. To the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Being chased out left. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Easy. 319! 319!
Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. One minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They give it to Peterson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Bridgewater. To the left side here for Eifert. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Cook following the penalty. A nice little juke. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we're at half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Never Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down.
On second down, Peterson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Linval Joseph in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Sharif Floyd in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And out now come the Vikings. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Let's go. Force, force. Dagger, dagger. Sit, hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's gonna wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, Bridgewater. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Rodgers to throw on second down. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Dagger! Dagger! Let's go! Way 90! Way 90! Dagger! Dagger! Set! Set!
Play action. Bridgewater. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Handoff comes to Cook. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. Play fake. Bridgewater. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's caught inside the 30. Back now at Lambeau. Cook. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Des Bryant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a run with Cook, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On the ground, it's Cook. They find some open field here. Cook able to escape. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dez Bryant, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Little motion now from the tight end. They run it again with Cook. So quick on the spin.
Nice.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. To throw on second down. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sharif Floyd in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Rodgers now after the sack. He'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319, reset.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Everson Griffin. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.